Hey guys, it's Danny. So today I'm quite the happy puppy because I have a wonderful Cattleya orchid in bloom that I really want to share with you. So this is the Cattleya Monte Elegante, and I really hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, which in Spanish means elegant mountain. You'll soon come to realize why the name, and it's so suiting. And behold, this is the beautiful creature that I am so in love with. Now my orchid has 3 flowers, as you can see, but it is not uncommon for this orchid to produce 10, 15, 20 flowers that form a cluster on the top of each cane. So you can now understand why it's called elegant mountain. And of course the beautiful blooms are just so elegant. As you can see, they're not quite tiny. They're not enormous either, but you can imagine how 10 of these flowers can look in a cluster. And the flowers are actually not floofy. They are a bit waxy, particularly the sepals in the back right here. Although the petals and the lip are quite sturdy as well, overall it's just a really compact bloom and really kind of waxy, sturdy flowers. When it comes to colors, oh my, how can I describe this? So the petals have a dotted pattern, as you can see, while the petals and the lip are a bit peloric. They're not quite peloric. There is a term for it that I will search and I'll add it in the description. Some Cattleya hybrids actually have the tendency to replicate the pattern on the lip on their petals, and this process is called in a certain way that I'm missing right now. But this is what's happening with this particular hybrid. It has 2 different patterns on the sepals and the petals. Now, if the display is not enough, this orchid is fragrant, and my oh my, what a fragrance! I do love Cattleya fragrances in general, and I do have quite a few fragrant Cattleya that I absolutely adore. However, this one, a bit hard to explain her scent. It's a mixture of florals. It has a bit of rose in it, a bit of lilac, and a bit of lily. It's not a dominant fragrance of one of those flowers, at least to my nose. It's a mixture of all of them. However, it is just so soft and so powdery in a way that it's absolutely not offensive. And when you smell this flower, you would say, oh, it's a mild fragrance. However, I entered the greenhouse this morning, and the corner in which this orchid resides smelled wonderful and soft and actually overpowered my bellina, which is weird because you know the bellina has that strong sweet scent that pretty much covers everything. This overpowered it, and it's not offensive and strong. It is just so different of a smell that you absolutely feel it in a room. Again, it's not that type of fragrance that will just kick you out of the room and make you nauseous in the end. No, it's soft and powdery and springy. I just love it. Now, I do have to say, this is a very elegant and glamorous orchid, isn't it? Coupled with the fragrance and the pattern of blooming, it's just something you absolutely need in your collection if you adore Cattleya orchids. And I think I will end the praise here because I can talk about it like this for hours and hours. I am absolutely in love with this orchid. Now, the mother plant, let's take a look at it. As you can see, she is not a tiny orchid. She is quite large. The canes can become quite tall, but they're not fat. Also, it is normal for this orchid to have canes that have ridges. So you can see right here some sort of lines. These are normal for this type of orchid. It does not mean it's dehydrated in any way. Dehydration usually looks like wrinkles rather than ridges that seem to follow a pattern. So this orchid naturally has ridges. It's another thing of interest perhaps in its overall appearance. And also, as you can see, it is a bifoliate Cattleya. Now I'll give it, it is not a space saver, even though you can try to make it grow compact by trying to train the canes. And they're pretty flexible because they're thin and long, so I don't think you'll have troubles there. However, it can become top heavy. I can imagine with a lot of blooms she will try to lean over, so stabilizing this orchid is really important. If you are growing this type of orchid in a plastic pot, probably you should use a ceramic pot, either decorative, either a pure ceramic pot to just keep it in place. I'm sure this orchid will fall at any breeze. So mind you need to keep this in mind. The more flowers you have on an orchid, the more it will get top heavy, and you need to stabilize it so that you don't lose this wonderful display. Now I can just imagine the setting for this orchid. If you have a dinner party, or you can arrange a sort of a glamorous decor or setup for it, it will just go so well. Coupled with the fragrance, it's just dreamy and whimsical. And judging by all of my word of praise, you can imagine how much I love this orchid and how much I am impressed by it. And I'm sure that in the future it will produce even more blooms than this, because sadly this orchid had to acclimatize twice in the last 1 year, 1.5 years. First to my apartment, then to the greenhouse. So it's really a nice surprise to see it in bloom after all of this. So alrighty guys, thank you for watching. Before I let you go, please take a moment to rate this video below with a like if you've enjoyed it, or a dislike if not so much. Also, a share would be fabulous. These are things that help my channel grow and help me continue to do what I love. Subscribe to my channel for daily plant and orchid videos I post on a daily basis, and always feel free to leave me comments down below if you have questions or suggestions for videos. If you ever want to send me a letter, do so at the address you see right here or in the description below, and you can also choose an option on the screen right now if you would like to watch another orchid video or visit my website orchidnature.com. Thank you for watching, hope you're having a wonderful week, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!